Good evening, everyone, and on behalf of all of us at the Grand Theater, welcome to the first ever New Normal Festival. We're so excited that you're joining us for this brand new celebration of new work. My name is Kate Chris, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Coordinator here at the Grand Theater. And before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our sustaining funders. That's the B.A. and Esther Greenheck Foundation, the NEA and the Wisconsin Arts Board, the Community Foundation of North Central Wisconsin, and the City of Wausau Room Tax. Without their generosity, tonight truly would not be possible, so thank you. And thank you to all of you at home for joining us for this new venture. This two-day event is not only brand new to all of us at the Grand, but it's also the first festival of its kind in North Central Wisconsin. Tonight, you'll be seeing brand new work from 6 musicians, playwrights, and filmmakers, and there will be a short intermission. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time, you'll have the chance to meet all of these creators for a Zoom Q&A and Talkback. So if you're interested in learning more about any of these artists and how they've continued their creative process throughout the last few months, register for tomorrow night's event at bit.ly.newnormalzoom, and make sure you get those capital letters in there. We hope you'll join us for tomorrow's interactive event. I think we're all well aware that the past 9 months have been completely abnormal for all of us. The COVID-19 pandemic has fundamentally changed life for everyone. Here at the Grand, in March, we began a shift to online programming with streamed concerts, educational resources, and outdoor events. During that whole process, we kept thinking about the creators and the artists that have been impacted by the pandemic. What is it like to have such a long stretch where people can't gather to see your work? How can we continue making art when the world around us feels so different? How do we adjust to this new normal? I don't have an answer to all of these questions, but I do know this. We have to keep creating. We have to keep making art, and we have to keep holding space to appreciate the art of others. Life is certainly not easy right now, but art isn't meant to be easy either, and that's the beauty of a festival like tonight. So whether you love what you see or whether you're challenged by what you see, we invite you to experience it all with an open mind as these creators share the ways that they've responded to the new normal. But you've heard enough from me, so let's get on with the show. Our 6 featured artists tonight come from all over the Midwest and bring a variety of creative styles and perspectives. Our first artist is an incredibly gifted jazz musician who's from right around here, but as you'll see tonight, uses his unique experiences and perspective to inform his work. Please enjoy the music of Zach Finnegan.
Hi, my name is Zach Finnegan and I'm a jazz trumpeter, and I'm really excited to be a part of this year's New Normal Festival. I grew up in Weston, Wisconsin. I went to D.C. Everest High School. I ended up going to University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point for my bachelor's in music, and then I went on to Indiana University to get my master's in jazz studies, and I graduated in May. Since then, I've moved to Chicago, Illinois, where I'm the acting music director at Fusion Academy in Oak Brook, Illinois, and I'm playing in parks, going to jam sessions, and also being a part of a lot of recording projects, some of which you'll see today. The videos you're going to see today, there's 3 of them. The first one is entitled Lift Every Voice. It's one of my favorite hymns. It's in conjunction with the election. Lift Every Vote is a hashtag that's going around. It's for voter participation and having your voice be heard. It's a very beautiful, beautiful piece, and I love playing it. And then also it was actually for this festival. So since the time that I was chosen as one of the featured artists to the time it's being premiered, which is today for you, I wrote this arrangement, recorded it, mixed and mastered it, and put the video together, and I got a lot better at all of those things. So it was a great little project for me to do, and I hope you enjoy that. The last 2 videos, the second and third video you're going to see, the first one is short, and that's by a band that I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, entitled Clint Breeze and the Groove. This band is one that I'm super proud and blessed to be in. And this video, the first video, is a little social media short that you'll see. It's only a minute long, and what happened is the drummer made a groove, and then he passed it to the bass player and passed it around the band until all of us were involved. And no written music, all improvised, all just done with our ears, and I think it turned out really cool. I really enjoy the band. And then the last video that you'll see is from the same band, Clint Breeze and the Groove, and it's actually in response to the George Floyd murder and the unrest in our communities back in May. And we were recording a studio album that comes out later this month. And Sunday morning is one that our bass player brought in, and it just reminded him of the melody reminded him of the times that are happening in our communities. And it's an extremely emotional piece, and it's one of the most incredibly emotional times I've had musically in a studio. and playing with any group ever, I'll never forget this moment of creating this song. And so it's a beautiful song, but also the images that you're going to see are images from downtown Indianapolis, where the band is based, and just how the community came together after that time and how they responded. I hope you enjoy these 3 videos. It was a pleasure being a part of all 3 of them, and I can't wait to hear what you think about them. Thanks.
chemical romance lab, the interval and typical hit, wherein the rhythm will sit. Strings and sirens, intense inside, it only congeals inside. It's a lymphocyte, no signs to synthesize. There's a kick inside, just little bit timing and it's here arriving. Calling it grace, calling it steak. Wanna debate, hold on the wait. Let me call you too late, late.
Thank you so much to Zach. If you want to stay informed about Zach's current project, visit his website at zacharyfinnegan.com. Our next artist is a Chicago-based playwright, actor, and dramaturg whose work you can also find on the Lights Up podcast, available wherever you stream your podcasts. Please enjoy On the Tracks, an original play by Emma S. Rund.
Hi, I'm Emma S. Rund. I'm a playwright, dramaturg, actor, and avid reader. And I wrote the play that you are about to see, On the Tracks. I wrote it toward the beginning of quarantine in April, back when I thought I was actually going to spend my quarantine time writing plays. That did not happen. I think, as a lot of people know, this pandemic time has been very difficult because there's really no motivation to work on anything because theaters are not open and we have no idea when they will be. One of the biggest things I've learned about writing in quarantine is to just not be hard on myself, to give myself a break, because there are periods in your life where you are writing a ton, and then there are periods in your life when you are living through things that you're going to write about later. And I think for a lot of us, now is one of those times. So what you're about to see is a 12-minute excerpt of what will hopefully someday be a full-length play. If you want to workshop it with me, hit me up, let me know. I started writing this because I wanted to explore some of those more difficult, really vulnerable questions that come up when you are dating, especially as a young woman. And I wanted to put some of those really difficult moments on stage to hopefully make young women feel less alone, and hopefully they can learn from some of the experiences that our main character Sadie goes through. So if you enjoy what you are about to see, then I have some other things that I would love for you to check out. A 10-minute play of mine recently was on the Lights Up podcast by the Theater of Chattanooga. It's available on Spotify. My episode's episode 3. That same 10-minute play is going to be published in an anthology soon. If you want more information about any of those things, you can head over to my website. It's www.emmasophierund.com, and I post about upcoming stuff there so you can get all the information that you might want. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this, and I really hope that you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Abby Carter, and I'm playing Sadie.
Hi, I'm Lake Fowler, and I'm playing JT.
Hi, I'm Jacob Winter, and I'm playing Anthony.
Hi, I'm Devin Hayakawa, and I'm reading stage directions. On the Tracks, A Guide to Dating Right Out of College by Emma S. Rund. Setting, a red line platform in Chicago at night. Sadie walks to the edge of the platform and peeks down at the tracks. She steps closer until the toes of her shoes hang over the edge. She looks up, noticing someone across the platform.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna jump if that's what you were thinking. A rough way to go. Real unappetizing barbecue. No, I was just looking, window shopping, kind of mental experiment. I'm not suicidal. I'm fine. Well, no, I'm not fine, but I don't want to die. Sorry, I really wasn't trying to freak you out. I just had a terrible date. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like to push someone, watch them smack into the front of an oncoming train like some animated movie character. Everything was going fine. He took me to a rooftop bar, he bought me a couple of drinks, and we talked. He seemed sweet. At the end of the night, he offered to walk me to the station. We head down this poorly lit street, and I'm telling him how much I appreciate him walking with me, because walking alone at night can be really nerve-wracking as a woman when out of fucking nowhere he just grabs me and kisses me. I push him away, seriously freaked out, but I'm like trying to play it cool. So I ask him, "What was that?" And he says, "Oh, just an experiment." An experiment. Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of hypothesis are you testing? So I said, well, for your records, that was not the right moment. And then I started walking. And he kept walking beside me, silently, all the way here. with his hand occasionally brushing my backside. When I got up here away from him, I started experimenting with the idea of what exactly those tracks paired with an oncoming train could do to a human body.
A train roars into the station, eclipsing Sadie. When the train pulls out of the station, Sadie is still there along with a small table and chairs, as if at a restaurant. Sadie seats herself and begins to peruse the menu.
When I first moved here, I thought now is my time. I'm young, I'm pretty enough. I am done with school. I finally have time for a relationship. I'm gonna meet someone. I thought, someone perfect, my forever person. And so I downloaded Hinge.
A handsome, lanky young man walks onto the platform. He sees Sadie at the table and gives a small wave.
Hey, so nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, it's great to put a moving face to our conversations.
Huh?
Nothing bad jokes. So, this is a cool place.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. They make great sandwiches.
I'm glad you suggested a place because I really don't know many spots yet. I'm new.
Sadie puts the menu up on the table between herself and JT, like a divider. She speaks across the tracks.
Quick word of advice. Don't tell random guys you don't know your way around the city. And before you start to panic, no, this guy does not kidnap me.
Sadie puts the menu down.
So, what do you do?
I'm a playwright.
A playwright. Wow.
Yeah, well, a playwright, and I have a marketing job to bring home the bacon.
So since you're an artistic person, I have a kind of artistic idea I want to run past you.
Never let your date run his artistic idea past you. Oh, yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so picture this. You know those pizza vending machines they have in Japan?
No, I can't say that I do.
Well, Japan has these pizza vending machines that basically cook a frozen pizza for you and then dispense it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they're just like frozen pizzas. They're not like good.
Sure.
So my idea is basically I buy one of these vending machines. And then I hire an artist to paint the vending machine.
Wow, that's
And then
Mhm.
it dispenses really good pizza. So,
Oh, that's a really cool idea. What kind of things would these artists paint?
I don't know. Whatever they want, really. I just want them to look nice.
Artistic freedom. I like that.
Yeah. So you think it's a good idea?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool. So, what do you do for a living, though?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Very cool. Did you start your own business?
Well, right now I'm actually working for my dad's company, but I'm going to quit altogether soon so I can pursue this vending machine venture full time.
Oh,
That's kind of why I wanted your opinion on the idea.
wow. So you're actually doing this?
Yep. I flew over to Japan last month to take a look at a machine that's up for sale.
Fascinating. Did it look good?
Yeah. It'll just be a pain in the ass to ship it over here, so we'll see how that's going to get done.
Sure.
And then there's the matter of the pizza.
Right. Totally.
I bought a few different specialty bread flours yesterday, and I'm going to spend this whole weekend working out the perfect dough.
So you're a baker too?
Oh, no, not really. I don't cook much, but there's no point in this whole vending machine thing if the pizza isn't good.
Right.
Would you be interested in maybe painting one of my vending machines?
I'm a playwright.
Yeah, I know. I just figure our artistic ability sort of carries across art forms.
It really doesn't.
Sadie puts the menu up and leaves the table.
This was my very first date in the city. Yeah. Big flop. And then this man had the audacity to text me the next day and ask me out a second time. Like, I'm sorry. Did you actually think that went well? Are you fucking kidding me? What parallel universe date did you go on? Yeah, clearly my Chicago dating life has been slightly more traumatizing than expected. But there have been some bright moments. There was the boy from Broadway.
A table and 2 stools appear. A young man with what can only be described as fabulous hair sits at the table.
Hey, Anthony?
Anthony stands to greet her with a very enthusiastic hug.
Hey, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. How are you?
I'm great. Just been enjoying an old fashioned. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, a gin and tonic would be great.
Oh, an earthy girl.
That's me. That's not me.
So, how's your day going?
It's all right. A bit dull so far. I'm glad you asked me to meet up.
Yeah, totally, 100%. So you said you were a playwright.
Yeah, I'm just starting out. I've had a couple of things to readings, but
Mm-hmm.
not big yet. So I'm kind of keeping
No,
at it.
no. That's right. You just gotta keep going and just gotta stay focused. I mean, that's how it was with me with acting. That I got looked over when I was younger, but I kept working hard and taking classes and never giving up, and it landed me on Broadway. So yeah, I mean, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how's Broadway?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's tough, but it's great. I mean, I'm back in Chicago for a little bit, filming an episode for Chicago Med. This should probably stay between you and me, but uh, I'm playing a vampire.
Hot.
Very. Hey, so would you want to pop upstairs and chill in my hotel room? No pressure at all, obviously.
I mean, come on, he's like mildly famous. Yeah, I'd like that.
Sweet.
Anthony stands up, leaving a wad of bills on the table.
How would I explain it to my friends if I'd said no?
Anthony leads her up to his room and his bed.
Can I get you anything? A snack, some water?
Yeah, water would be great, actually.
Sure thing.
Anthony goes into the bathroom to fill up a glass.
Okay, in retrospect, maybe this wasn't such a bright moment in my dating life. I'm not usually one for hookups. I just don't feel very comfortable with men I've just met, at least not comfortable enough to just climb into bed with them. But, I mean, Anthony's kind of a big deal. I told some friends I'd matched with him on Hinge, and they immediately started freaking out. Don't you know who that is? They said my sister's in love with him. Oh, I'd give anything to just get my hands in that hair. So, I mean, obviously, I had to come here, right, just for the experience. And now somehow I'm in his room, sitting on his bed. And I know it's supposed to come next, but I just don't know how the hell we're supposed to get there. I mean, I don't know this guy from Adam. How am I supposed to get naked in front of him? And while he's getting a glass of water, I'm just thinking, please don't come back. Please stay in that bathroom forever, and I'll just leave quietly, and we'll pretend this never happened.
Anthony returns.
One water for the fair lady.
He hands it to Sadie and flops comfortably onto the bed.
So,
So,
what's your favorite movie?
that's an impossible question. I don't have a favorite.
Someone once told me that if you stare into another person's eyes for a solid minute without breaking eye contact, you start to fall in love.
Oh,
Yeah.
obviously in retrospect, I was supposed to suggest we like try it or something, but clearly neither of us are trying to fall in love here. So,
What time do you have to leave or head home?
probably pretty soon.
Oh,
Yeah, I should get going. I'm gonna.
want to make up first?
How would I explain it to my friends? Yeah, I'd like that.
Cool.
Anthony kisses her.
Want to get more comfortable?
Okay.
Anthony pulls Sadie gently onto the bed next to him and they kiss harder. He climbs on top of her. His hands slip under her shirt.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Anthony kisses his way down her neck as he pulls her shirt up.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
After a moment, Anthony kisses his way back up to her lips, but Sadie turns away.
You okay?
Yeah. I really do have to go. It's getting late.
Anthony sits up immediately.
Oh. Okay.
Sadie gets up and grabs her stuff.
Yeah, thanks. It's been fun to meet you.
Yeah, definitely.
Sadie heads for the door.
If I don't see you again before you leave Chicago, have a great flight.
Yeah. I'll see you later, Addie.
Sadie freezes for a moment, but then leaves Anthony behind and returns to the train platform.
I can't believe that whole time he didn't know my name. I mean, I really can't believe it. Fuck, I'm so fucking stupid at what did I expect? I mean, obviously we were just there for a hookup. I don't even like hookups. I know this about myself, but I went anyways because why? Because he's sort of kind of a little bit famous. You can't just hook up with people because they're kind of a little bit famous. Your body is still a gift and you're allowed to give it carefully. And that's not a fucking anti-feminist thing to say. Okay, it's not. I'm allowed to think sex is a little bit sacred, aren't I? Sorry, that wasn't about you. You didn't do anything wrong. And neither did he, for that matter. He did everything a guy is supposed to do. He checked in. He asked if every little thing was okay, and he stopped when I said stop. So why do I feel so used right now?
Sadie walks to the edge and stares down. She glances up at the person across the tracks.
Not jumping. Don't worry.
Thank you to Emma, and thank you to Abby, Lake, Jacob, and Devin for bringing that work to life. For more information on Emma's work, visit emmasophierund.com. Our next artist is an emerging folk musician from Metro Detroit, Michigan, whose work deals with growing up and living life in the Midwest. Please enjoy the music of Lily Tolmers.
Hello, people of Wisconsin. I guess this is my first show that's not in my home state officially. My name is Lily Tolmers. I'm from the great state of Michigan, so blessed be the Midwest, I guess. And I'm gonna play a few songs for you today. Some of them, one of them, the last one, was written during quarantine, but these first two, I think, were written slightly before the fall, if you will. And I think that they haven't been performed before, and they really just kind of reflect reflect the current moment in their own way. So this first one is called Middle of America. I hope you like it. You can catch me gliding down the highways of my youth. There goes the hospital they tell me I was born in. There goes the grocery, the pharmacy, the high school parking lot. Behind the wheel you'd sigh and say this town ain't nothing. By the 4th day of July, the weather's always far too warm, but still the only day that I could play with fire. And I often got my sister burned, said it was by mistake. I knew that Mama wouldn't take me for a liar. Is there anybody listening to me? From the middle of America you scream out to the ocean, it gets lost. Lost like those new shoes you left, my dear. You know how much those damn things cost us. There's always that one girl who says that she's too sad to sleep, and she reminds me of what Daddy would have told her, that nothing is as good or bad as they will make it seem. I hear they feed that line to people at the border. Is there anybody listening to me? From the middle of America you scream out to the ocean, it gets lost. Lost like Daddy's pension fund. My God, you know how much that's gonna cost us. It rained so much last lonely spring, it nearly drowned the earth. And if it had, I would have built an ark of maple. I would have proudly let the skyway guide the highways of my youth. I would have welcomed all the world if I were able. Is there anybody listening to me? From the middle of America you scream out to the ocean, it gets lost. Lost like Lady Liberty, who wouldn't care how much it all would cost us. I hear someone knocking. It was just the mailman. Oh, stop your applause, everyone. It's too much, man. Cool. Yeah. That one.
It's 7 o'clock.
Oh, my computer does that. It's 7 o'clock, everyone. In Michigan. In Wisconsin, that means it's 6. The next song I'm gonna do is called How It Is. And this song's a little bleaker, to be honest with you. But I think that that's something that we need to feel, and it's okay. But don't worry about me. I'm doing just great despite the upset of this song. So yeah, How It Is. Everybody's got something, but they're saving face. Doesn't matter if you like it. No one asks you if you like it. These days it's hard just to come of age. No one's trying to be honest, 'cause if they try to be Everybody's got something. It's a crying shame. With a coffee made to go now. With a coffee made to go all these days. You try to be a good friend. Try to be a good neighbor. Try to be a good something. But something ain't enough. And that's just how it is. Just a bit of time. And you'll get used to it. Just a bit of time. You'll get used to it. You will get used to it. You will. Everybody's got something. Mother's got a son. Yeah, she's got a new baby. Even as a new baby, it's hard to try, just to try to save face. But you gotta try something. Yeah, you gotta be something. Welcome to our world. This is how it is. Just a bit of time. You'll get used to it. Just a bit of time. You'll get used to it. You will get used to it. You will. Cool. Good. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna retune real quick for this next one. So I've retuned this. Sorry for the little pause there. But this last one is called Into the Air. And all three of these songs are on a record that I'm working on right now called Remember Me Is Holy. And that will be out in late December, I think. And for now, you can find all of my projects of the past pretty much anywhere online, or Bandcamp, or, you know, wherever you want. So, yeah, Into the Air. Here it goes. John broke the news like a prized vase. He said that things like these just happen, and you best quantify what you're saving, because most things are designed for waste. And you see, I thought that he was the real thing, but I traded my eyes for a fantasy, and I traded my hands for a nail gun. Locked myself up in a big box. It falls like water, tumbles and lands harder. You pick yourself up off the pavement, evaporate into the air. You say you're committed to changing. Well then how come your laughter's the same thing that it's done 20 years in the making? Lifts and it twirls and it stands before it falls like water, tumbles and lands harder. Pick yourself up off the pavement, evaporate into the air. I'm waiting around keeps us safe. We fall like water, tumble and land harder. You pick yourself up off the pavement, evaporate into the air. You've stuck it out this long. Thanks for listening. Yeah, the Grand Theater rocks, and have a great night and month and quarantine, and yeah, I hope you find things to nourish your soul. We're all trying.
Thank you so much to Lily. If you want to listen to more of Lily's work, you can find her most recent EP, Midwest Pressure Cooker, on Spotify, Bandcamp, or wherever you stream your music. Right now, we're going to take a short break before we bring on our next 3 artists. We want to remind you that if you want to talk with these artists, ask questions, comments, reactions to their work, you can join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central for a Zoom Q&A and Talkback. Register for that at bit.ly/newnormalzoom. For now, stretch out, grab a drink, check out some of the artist websites, and take a look at this special message from the Grand Theater.
It is a tradition that every theater has a ghost light, a single light that for centuries has illuminated the stage when a theater is not in use. Legend has it, the ghost light protects the theater and its patrons from danger, bad luck, and ghosts. The ghost light guides you back home, making sure that when you take the stage, you are safe. And right now, at the Grand, our light is still shining. Right now, our light shines for a greater purpose. It shines to guide all of us toward the day when we can safely return to celebrate the music, the stories, the experiences, and the joy that brings light to our historic stage. The ghost light reminds us that our light burns brightest through the darkest night and will continue burning through this long intermission until it's time to gather together again. We're still here. With your help, our light will continue to shine.
Welcome back, and thank you for taking the time to learn a bit about our Ghost Light Fund. It's important to us that we're able to continue living our mission and putting together programs like this weekend's New Normal Festival, so we thank you for your support and generosity. And if you'd like to make a donation, just visit our website at grandtheater.org. Our next creator is a filmmaker from the Fox Cities in Wisconsin whose work deals with the interaction of isolation and creativity. Appropriate, right? Please enjoy an excerpt from The Splinter Palace by Sam Caro.
My name is Sam Caro. I'm a filmmaker based in the Fox Cities. For the New Normal Festival, I'll be sharing the beginning sequence of my film, The Splinter Palace. A portrait of the secluded lives of 2 eccentrics who find it's not so easy to hide away from the world. I've always been interested in exploring human relationships and how art can play a therapeutic role in a person's life. That's really at the heart of this film. While made pre-pandemic, I think The Splinter Palace mirrors scenarios that we are all living with in quarantine. Alice and Zach construct a reality that exists almost entirely within the walls of their home. This leads to a kind of isolation where small moments of fun and harmony become huge triumphs, and minor tensions or miscommunications can quickly escalate out of proportion. In a way, they were teaching me about the new normal without my realizing it.
This is a painting I painted. This one is called Castle by the Sea, and it's a painting of a castle by the sea. When the beginning was, I had it like this, and can you see here? This is her legs, and that's the dress part, and that's the top of her, you know, that part of her. And the sun was the puppet's head, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And then I went like this. I said, oh, I see a castle by the sea. This is one I painted. It's called Dinner Dress, because she's eating her dinner and she's wearing a dress.
Well, is that one you can make into two also?
No, it's just called the dinner dress, and her dress is green. Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah. Well,
no.
Zach, I see a boot there.
What?
Look.
Now I painted two paintings. This is called Dinner Dress, and this one is called Italy. You know how they always say Italy is is the boot on the map? So that's... Look. It's called zapped. She's getting zapped. But then if you when I put it this way, she's getting zapped. So it's two. Zapped.
That's real nice. And different from anything else you've ever done before. Maybe you should take it to that gallery. Zach, you should be glad that gallery takes one or two of your paintings now and then. There's just so many of them, Zach. I must have sat on at least 4 of them in the last month. You know, when I first met you, you were scribbling on cardboard and paper bags. I go to the trouble of ordering you an easel and canvases just like a real artist. I think I deserve more than getting one shoved up my backside. Oh, Zach. It's just too much of a shame that they're all here hidden away. They need to be out where the real world can see them. Maybe it's time for you to get a new gallery. Do they ever push your work? You know what I mean. Do they ever promote you? Wait. I just saw something the other day, and this will help you know what I'm talking about. Let me find it here again. All are welcome to the unveiling of 2 new works by local artist Kirk Millslade this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Photographs of people watching planes take off, explains Millslade, yet never showing the planes themselves is a theme I keep coming back to again and again. Millslade was an undergraduate of the Maranopo College of Art and Design and graduated with honors from the prestigious Northwestbury Academy, studying under Milo Dupree. He has had solo shows in Peoria, Toronto, and Paris, France. He's represented at the International Gallery of Art and blah, 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 blah. Now, did they ever print up anything like that for you? May I see? Let me see it. Oh, Zach. It's beautiful. Are you in a triangle mood or a rectangular? Go ahead. Well?
Triangles.
Remember how to hover the knife? No. Bite into it so you make another triangle. Don't I always say that everything is cosmically connected? Don't I always say that? We were talking about cats just an hour ago. Or was it yesterday? Anyhow, right here, some self-proclaimed entrepreneur is trying to become rich, selling leashes for, guess what? Cats. Can you believe it? Right here, leashes for sale for cats in a variety of patterns and colors. There are also harnesses for sale for your cats so that they won't squirm away from you. If your cat wants to squirm away from you, it just means that he doesn't like walking down the street on the end of a long string. He wants to be up in the trees. Ask any fireman.
Sometimes those cats, they'll drink out that little saucer of milk with those little tongues.
Who's moderating these websites anyhow? Don't they know anything about identity crises? Ugh. These cats, they're gonna believe they're dogs.
And then all the dogs are gonna start to think they're cats.
Oh, it's spiraling out of control. Zebras are going to think they're skunks.
And everybody, a giraffe is turned into a clam.
I don't know. Well, and somebody is making money off of it. That's the real shame.
Sometimes I think that all the dogs are boys and all the cats are girls.
Well, isn't that right?
Thanks so much to Sam. For more information on Sam's work and to view the Splinter Palace in full, visit fancyhorsefilms.com. Next up, we've got a trio of musicians from the Twin Cities. With elements of folk, classical, and indie music, this group's work is completely unique and really exciting. Please enjoy some original music from Sprig of That.
Hey everybody, we're Sprig of That. We're coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're really excited to be a part of the Grand's New Normal Festival this year. Just like for everybody, these last 7 months have definitely been a challenge for us, and we've had to find a whole variety of ways to adapt to this new normal. At the very beginning, much like everybody else, we didn't really know what to do or how we might be safely together, so we were trying to write some new music from a distance. And so what we would do is have one person, one at a time, record some audio and a video of them playing something improvised, and we'd send it around one by one, syncing together different videos and different audios to hopefully come up with something cool and new. So we're going to show you 2 short improvisations that we did like that back from the spring. We hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.
So next up, we're going to show you a video from a recording session we did in September. Now this was actually part of a larger project called Metro Blend Twin Cities Composer Commissions, which is a grant project. We commissioned 8 local Twin Cities composers to write pieces for us. And this was supposed to be a performance series in April and May around the Twin Cities. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But we were able to reallocate the funding towards a recording project instead. So we've now recorded all 8 compositions. We're looking forward to hopefully releasing this album early in the new year. And this is one of those pieces called A Tree in Front of My House by Oscar Kakutani.
More recently, we've been able to rehearse in person and we've started improvising and coming up with new music. So this next video that we have for you is actually one of the most recent things that we've played together. And it is built around an improvisation that we kind of started in the beginning of the quarantine of the pandemic, and we've just kind of been working with it and developing new ideas. So we hope you enjoy this improvisation.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We're Sprig of That. So
Hopefully we see you sometime soon in the old normal type of way.
And we hope you enjoy the rest of the New Normal Festival.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for tuning in.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much to Sprig of That, Chrissy, Isabel, and Ilan for sharing their work with all of us. For more information on Sprig of That, visit sprigofThat.com or check out their music across all streaming platforms. Our last featured artist tonight is a Chicago-based playwright and improviser whose unique sense of humor inspires all her work. This piece is a look at a conversation between a woman and a plant in quarantine. Please enjoy Care Instructions Not Included by Camille Wood.
Hi, my name is Camille Wood, and I am the playwright of the 10-minute play, Care Instructions Not Included. It is a dark comedy about two very unlikely friends. It's a little bit schmaltzy and a little bit funny, but at the end of the day, it's all about connection. It's about connecting with those who we've lost through the things they've left behind, and maybe rediscovering them through their hobbies and passions. I was partially inspired by my dad's knack and nurture of plants and my own absolute brown thumb, but it doesn't stop him from propagating his own thriving, beautiful plants and giving me pieces of them to take care of. In a way, I always feel closer to my dad when I'm nurturing and trying to take care of his plants. It's a silly little connection, but it means so much. I want to thank the Grand Theater for putting on this amazing festival and all the other artists involved, from the musicians to the actors to the filmmakers to the other playwrights. This is such an incredible opportunity. I also want to thank my two actors, Allie and Lynn, for their incredible spark of life that they brought to my words. Thank you so much. I really am proud of this play, and I hope everyone who sees it realizes that there's always opportunity for growth in your relationships, in your art, in this world. So make space for growth and let the beautiful things in. Thank you so much.
Lights up. Center stage is an unremarkable couch. On the wall behind it are family pictures and shelves full of tchotchkes. A cross, a jar of seashells and a few buttons, a gnome figurine, and a Niagara Falls commemorative spoon. The coffee table is cluttered. Half-drunk coffee mugs, a pair of sunglasses, and old magazines. The TV is the audience. Colorful lights downstage simulate the TV glow. Plant sits crisscross on the floor next to the couch. Grace sits on the couch engrossed.
Did you say something?
Me? Oh, no, I was just sitting here.
Well, maybe you could sit a little more quietly. I'm trying to listen to Trebek.
Offstage, a Voice of Jeopardy contestant. I'll take geography for 500. Contestant voice fades as plant sighs.
Are you sure there's nothing on your mind? Maybe something that could wait until commercial break?
Oh, no. I'm just dandy. Just a little thirsty.
Fancy a drink?
Oh, I don't want to be a burden, but that does sound nice.
Would you just...
I mean, if it's not going to be a bother.
Oh, no, not a bother. It's not like I'm invested in the semifinal round of the Tournament of Champions or anything. What is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh, never mind. I guess I'll just waste away.
For Pete's sake, I'll get you a glass of water.
Grace exits stage left and returns with 2 glasses full of water.
Bottoms up.
Grace throws the water in Plant's face.
Is that refreshing?
Grace throws the other glass of water in Plant's face. Plant sputters.
You made your point. I'm good. I'm good.
Grace negotiates the 2 glasses onto the table. Grace slumps into the couch and focuses back on the TV. Jeopardy outro fades into an advertisement. The ad fades as Grace begins talking.
Okay, maybe I was a wee bit harsh.
You think?
Sorry. I guess you'll just have to cut me some slack. I just don't know what I need to do. It's not like you come with a manual or anything.
I'm a majestic palm. I'm one green thumb on the care scale. An emotionally stable Shih Tzu is equipped to take care of me.
Kids I can raise, okay? I've gotten 2 kids through the house and 80% financially independent. I blink and you're at death's door. You're needier than a vegan cookie recipe.
Needy? I literally make my own food. I have only ever asked you for one thing: water.
Only one thing? Does this sound familiar? Oh, the sun didn't shine like a southern preacher's forehead. Time to turn brown. Or how about Mercury is in retrograde. I think I'll molt all my leaves. Oh, they're putting up Christmas decorations in October. Time for my roots to rot.
That's not fair. You know I prefer diffuse sunlight or partial shade. I look like a Jersey Shore extra because you accosted me with vitamin D.
How do you figure you're going to do in the garden? You being so fussy. Think those deer and rabbits know that you're on gluten-free sunshine now?
Oh, come on. Look, Grace, I know we haven't always gotten along, but I think Gerald would have wanted us to at least try.
Don't bring him into this.
Why not? You never want to talk about him. I loved him. I miss him.
Oh, I'm sure you do. He knew what to do when you got in one of your moods.
I don't have moods. I'm either living or dying. It's more like states.
Well, I'm sorry. I never have been good at this sort of thing. Gerald would always try to tell me, but I was busy. Oh, he was a patient putterer, that one. Maybe I should have listened more.
Grace gets up from the couch. Grace traces Gerald's face in a photograph on the wall. Plank gets up and moves slightly behind Grace as if to comfort her.
Don't beat yourself up about it.
Well, what's wrong with me, huh? I can't even keep one measly plant alive without him.
If it makes you feel better, sometimes he'd accidentally pee on me when he got really drunk.
He did that sober, too. Man had a bladder weak as a single dunked tea bag.
He did, didn't he? Remember the time he peed after Lisa tickled him so hard?
That's right. We missed the first reading at Mass because I was blow drying his trousers. What a kook.
Oh, he loved to laugh. He told me laughter was the best way to grow, even more powerful than sunshine.
Sounds like a sentimental old fool.
You know, I believe he wanted you to be happy.
Do I not seem happy?
All I'm saying is it's been 8 months. I don't think he'd mind if you got out there a little more is all.
Grace turns around to face Plant. Grace looks as if she's about to say something, then second guesses it.
You think I should be dating? Do I look like the Bachelorette?
Grace gestures at her outfit.
All I'm saying is, with a little lipstick, you could be, a woman with a well-defined lip area.
Oh, stop. You're being too saucy now. Well-defined lip area. Call the fire department. We'll need to hose the lads off.
Sorry, I'm not good at human stuff. When I want to procreate, I just cut off my left hand or right calf and stick it in a separate pot of dirt.
You know, you can be real sick. You know that?
I'm not good at romance either. My last date catfished me.
What was the issue? You were expecting a daisy and got a Venus flytrap?
No, they were fake. They were literally plastic.
Tough break, Toots.
Plant walks downstage left to the window and looks out. Lost in thought, Plant suddenly has an idea.
Oh, why don't you call the neighbor guy? You know, the one with the fancy hair and shiny car.
You mean Tony with the mullet and the El Camino?
I like it. It looks like a bird struggling against a strong north wind. Oh, very macho and romantic.
More like a roadkill toupee.
And you call me fussy.
Well, sorry that I'm not ready to hussy about the town just because you think I need to get out there.
I don't think going on a date to Cracker Barrel makes you a hussy. Besides, don't you want some non-photosynthesizing company?
You know how they say plants grow better when they're talked to?
Oh, yes, that's very true.
I think it's the opposite for people.
Hey, now don't be rude.
Oh, wait. It's the final.
Grace rushes to the couch and points the remote at the TV. Alex Trebek's voice increases as Grace adjusts the volume. Alex Trebek. The category is plants. Economically speaking, this plant family with about 10,000 species is by far the most important.
Rice? Rice? No, grain. What is grain?
Grain wishes.
Oh, if you're so smart, what is the answer?
What is grass?
Well, I'll be damned.
Now that the show's over, what should we do? Oh, I think Lisa left behind her old Ouija board in her room. Ooh, maybe we can talk to Gerald.
Don't be daft. Besides, I threw that devil's eavesdropper out years ago. Gave me the willies.
How about you pick your favorite record? Gerald always said cutting a rug does the soul good.
So does a well-placed lobotomy. Why don't we just have a nice, quiet sit, shall we?
You don't want to raise the dead or the roof. You really are no fun, Grace.
Who says I have to be fun? Aren't I supposed to be a conversationalist?
And I've barely gotten a few words out of you. I wouldn't be so brown if you opened up a little. Come on, Grace. What's your favorite song? Or what's the grossest food you've ever eaten? I want to know it all.
Why is it so important to you that we bond? I'm not Gerald. I never will be. No matter how cute you try to be, you can't force this. What you had with him, you'll never have with me. So let's just stop pretending.
That's how you feel?
I'm sorry. I just don't want you putting your eggs in a bottomless basket.
Grace, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm trying to force this. It's just, I know I don't have a lot of time left. I guess I'm trying to get to know the you that Gerald always talked about. He talks like you had stars for eyes.
What do you mean, not a lot of time? Don't be so morbid.
Grace, look at me. I look like a piece of beef jerky that's been hitting the tanning beds.
Well, I'll just get you some more water. I can fix this.
Grace exits stage right. Off stage, water rushes from a faucet. Grace returns with a bucket. Plant is slumped on the ground downstage. Grace starts frantically dabbing at Plant's forehead with a wet rag.
See, you're already looking much greener. Better keep Popeye away from you.
You're sweet when you try to be, Grace. But I think we both know we're past the point of a wet leaf contest saving the day. Pretty soon I'll see the big light and kaput.
Stop talking like that. We'll get you nice and comfortable.
Grace looks around frantically. Grace retrieves a pair of sunglasses from the coffee table and puts them on Plant.
There you go. Partial shade.
Gerald always said you had a great sense of humor.
Please don't go. I feel like you're the last little bit of him.
He really did believe in us, Grace. He thought we'd make a great pair, like the Blues Brothers.
More like Bonnie and Clyde.
Promise me you'll take care of yourself, Grace.
This is crazy. I'm not saying goodbye to you. You're going to be fine. Come on.
Plant stops responding. Plant closes their eyes. Grace tries to shake them awake.
I promise. I promise I'll take care of myself.
Grace notices Plant's green beanie.
Left hand or right calf?
Grace grabs a coffee mug off the table and tosses the liquid from it. Grace scoops dirt into the mug and places the beanie into it. Lights fade until beanie is the only thing left on the glow. Blackout.
Thank you to Camille, and thank you to Allie and Lynn for their performances. So with that, we've reached the end of our first night of the New Normal Festival. Thank you so much to all of the incredibly talented artists who submitted their work for consideration, and thank you to all of our amazing featured artists. And thank you to all of you who turned out to support new work and the new normal. We hope you'll join us for tomorrow's Q&A and Talkback, and we hope that you'll continue to follow these talented creators and enjoy all of their future projects. In the meantime, we hope you stay safe, we hope you stay healthy, and we hope you keep creating. We'll see you soon.